All right, this video is going to talk about how to use what we call the swing method to factor a trinomial when there's a leading coefficient that's not a 1. Notice we got this 5x squared out here. Now, the swing method is not the only method. I already made a video, you may have watched it already, on how to solve by grouping. Right, that's one method. The swing method is just another way of looking at sort of how to undistribute or unfoil sort of a trinomial. It's going to start the same way that grouping did. So again, we're going to say what's going to add to the middle. So I want to add to negative 19x, right, that middle term. But at the same time, I want to know what multiplies to 5 times 12, or basically 60x squared. I'm going to multiply the ends, the first and the last, and I want to find numbers that would satisfy those two statements. Feel free to take a second, go ahead and figure out what multiplies to 60, right? That's going to add to negative 19. Once you have your answer, unpause your video and I'll show you what that answer would be. Hopefully we get the same things. All right, if you've thought about what multiplies to 60 and adds to 19, I'm pretty sure we want 15 and 4. And I'm going to go ahead and attach an x to both of those, because again, I want to multiply to an x squared as well, right? And add up with those common terms. But again, if I want to add to a negative 19, right, I'm going to need them both to be negative as well. They'll still multiply to positive 60, but now they're going to add to negative 19x. Now, the swing method, like I said, sets up a little bit differently than grouping did. Grouping, we would split the middle. In the swing method, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of set up FOIL. I'm going to draw some lines. Right? This would have been the first, and then we would multiply the outside and the inside and the last, right? We have those FOIL lines kind of going on. If you're familiar with FOIL, or basically there's just distributing lines. And what we want to remember is the firsts always gave us that 5x squared. The last, right, the number times the number, the second portion of each one of these, always gave us the 12. And then on the inside and the outside, that's what needs to add up to negative 19. Well, that's where we're going to take advantage of their numbers we already found. I'm going to go ahead and put negative 15x right here, and I'm going to put negative 4x on that bottom line, that bottom swing as I call them, as we go. Now that we have all of that stuff in place, now we're ready to come up with what goes inside the parentheses. And the first one is easy enough. Basically, we're just going to look at one of our parts and notice that it touches that first term, right, or that very front term. So does this line down here, which again was the negative 4x. Well, what I want to think is what goes into 5x squared that also goes into negative 4x? What would multiply into both of those terms, or what do they have in common? What's a common monomial factor here? Well, 5 and negative 4 don't have much in common, but we definitely have an x in both parts. In that case, x times something, right, has to make that bottom swing happen. It's got to come out to negative 4x. Well, if x times something is going to give me negative 4x, I would say this must be a negative 4. It's the only way we're going to get negative 4x, right, down here at the bottom. Follow the next swing. Again, negative 4 is right here, times our other number, our other constant, has to give us our 12 up here, right? Well, negative 4 times what's going to give us 12? I would say that's negative 3. Negative 3 times negative 4 will give us 12. Follow the next swing. Again, here's negative 3. We're going to take this swing over here. Well, negative 3 times what is going to give us negative 15x? Negative 3, I would say, times 5 would be negative 15, and don't forget we need that x. And then we can double check the last one. 5x times x should be that 5x squared again up top, right? And in that case, again, you can double check all of those different distributions, all those different FOIL steps, but basically our answer just became x minus 3 times 5x minus 4, and we've factored our trinomial. Again, that's the swing method. You just follow the swings. Follow the swings. The same idea can be done using what's called the box method. And I'm just going to go a little bit quicker this time because, again, it's going to follow a lot of the same steps. The only difference is instead of setting up FOIL, or those sort of distributing lines, we're going to do this in a box shape. Our upper left corner is always going to be our x squared. Our lower right corner is always going to be our constant. But what I need to know is what goes in the other two boxes. So again, what's going to add to 17x that also multiplies to 6x squared times 11, or basically 66x. Again, feel free to pause the video if you want to kind of guess and check those numbers out, right? Or 66x squared, by the way. We'll guess and check those numbers. But I'll tell you right now, spoiler alert, your answers, I'm thinking 6 and 11 sound pretty good. Don't they multiply to 66 and add to 17? Right? So we're going to want a 6x and an 11x, and let's put those in the box down here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do some rows, and I'm going to do some columns. Let's do the rows first. 6x squared and 6x have a 6x in common. 11x and 11 have an 11 in common. Then I'm going to go ahead and go down the columns, right, this way. 6x squared and 11x have an x in common, and 6x and 11 really don't have much in common at all, but we're always going to take something. And it makes sense. Isn't 6x times 1 going to give you that 6x? And 1 times 11 would have been 11 down here. And in that case, we just found our factors. 6x plus 11 and x plus 1 we factored out using the box method. Again, make sure you practice lots in your homework. If you have any questions about either the swing method, the box method, or you can go back and use the grouping method, make sure you talk to your teacher. Otherwise, have a great day.